NBA Nightly Roundup. YouTube familia, what's going on? It's Hoopers Live 24Q7, where we're going to be going over all the games, all the players, all the time. Yeah, let's start it off with the first game of the night, where we had the New York Knicks up against the Trailblazers, where the Knicks won 110-99. Now, I am a Knicks diehard. That is my team. That is my squad. I'm an RJ Barrett supporter. I think his game's really been turning around, so it's good to see that from him. He only had 18. Julius Randle obviously looking to be a all-star contender. On the other end, Dame Dollar had 29. And now the Trailblazers really need to figure it out because they're 12-10 right now, and it's not looking that promising for their direction. They look more like a pretender than a contender. So we'll kind of see how that goes. And then with the Knicks, we're 11-13 right now, teetering in between that 8 and 10 seed, looking to sneak in those playoffs, man, make some noise. Do what we do. And then the first big game of the night, we had the Denver Nuggets up against the Sacramento Kings, where we had a pair of career highs. One on the other end, we had Nikola Jokic shooting 20 of 33 from the field for a 50 bomb, 8 rebounds, 12 assists. What? This big man is out of control, man. Big fella, calm down. He's doing some things that I've never seen personally. I've never seen a center go for a 50-piece with over 10 assists. You know, we're talking like Will Chamberlain type numbers there, man. That's crazy. He is so fantastic. There was no Jamal Murray tonight. There was no Gary Harris. So we were really hoping that Michael Porter Jr. would do something big tonight, but he was a no-show. He had 8 points, really not a great game, 9 boards, so he put in hustle, but that was about it. And then on the other end, we had Tyrese Haliburton having a back-to-back career high this time tonight. He had 24, couple threes, big late in the game, as well as De'Aaron Fox was big time in the game. Late drives, late slashes. Slashers gonna slash, baby. That's what we do. So big ups to those boys over there. I think they're kind of figuring out. Not sure what's going on with Bagley, but maybe, I don't know. I don't know if Luke Walton's the man over there, but they're 11-11, so they're working it out. If we're talking about Portland, they're 12-10, so we'll see that. Then we had the Chicago Bulls up against the Orlando Magic. Zach LaVine had 37. Not much else going on in that game there. Then a game that we thought could have been big, but it wasn't really big. It was the Philadelphia 76ers against the Brooklyn Nets, where the Sixers won 124-108. In this game, though, we had no KD and no Kyrie Irving. So it's James Harden and the boys. So to be expected with the way Philly's playing this year. It was just run-of-the-mill game. Philly took him out, knocked him out. It was kind of close in the third. Nets made a last push in the third, and then it kind of just fell apart from there. That was like last-ditch effort. So then on the other end, we had the Hawks going up against the Raptors. Hawks won 132-121. Nothing too special over on the Toronto Raptors side, but for the Hawks, Trae Young had 28-13. So he's been playing real well lately. He had that little slump after Steve Nash said, "That's not basketball." And yeah, it wasn't. I don't really like that play, but it's legal. You can do it either way. It got in Trae Young's head. Steve Nash was a big idol of his growing up. If not, I think he said it was his favorite player. Don't quote me on that. I don't even think anyone's going to quote me anyway for right now. But yeah, so that was pretty big that he turned that around and got his head back into rhythm. And so they're looking all right. No DeAndre Hunter tonight. Cam Reddish came in, but only had 10. So that's it for that game. Then we had the Milwaukee Bucks putting up a 124-99 over the Cavaliers. Drummond had another 28-17 game. That brother's been special this year, going off, but they're so heavily centered, if that's a way to put it. But they have so many centers over there. It's just kind of logjam. It's clogged, and he's just bodying boards out there like it's nothing. But they're looking at buying him out, supposedly. That's some rumors that have been going around. So if he gets bought out, and I know he wants to go to Brooklyn, Brooklyn wants to have him. So if that partnership happens, that takes the Brooklyn Nets from being probably a contender to they may do this thing. So we'll kind of see how that story develops. On the other end, we had the San Antonio Spurs putting up a 111-106 over the Houston Rockets. John Wall had 27, DeRozan had 30. Otherwise, nothing really too notable in that game. Following that game up, we had a 118-120 game where the Wolves lost to the Thunder. Now in this game, it was, once again, not even that special of a game. These two teams are both kind of teetering around the same place. I would say Thunder's a little better, even though the Timberwolves have more talent, but Big Cat's been in and out of the lineup. I mean, all prayers out to him, man. I know it's been a tough year for him. You can't even imagine, really, So Hope he's doing all right, but no deloading to hit that game winner for him, and so it was a wrap for the Thunder. And then we had a monster game, baby. We had the Dallas Mavericks on ABC versus the Golden State Warriors, where the Mavs won 134 to 132. But hold on. Steph Curry put up a 57 piece. This brother is so cold this year, man. He has a 62 bomb and a 57 bomb. He's up at 29.4 points a game. His percentages aren't as high as what they normally are, but I mean, he's having to play a different kind of style of offense. You know, he's adapting to the offense. So we'll get into that a little bit later. But Dallas Mavericks, Luka Doncic tied his career high with 42 points, 12 assists. He played a monster game. So big ups to Luka Doncic. They needed that win. They're 10-14 and they're teetering. So they need to figure some things out because we're a little over a quarter way through the season. And if they don't get it going, man, I don't know what is next to come. Then we had a 1-2 matchup, not as 1 seed, 2 seed, but first overall pick, second overall pick. The New Orleans Pelicans and Zion Williamson against Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies. Ja had 16 and 9, decent game, but Zion had 29, was just too much for them. Lonzo Ball had 17, 7 and 7, 777, man. Hopefully he figures it out. I know he's been in trade rumors lately, and it really shows sometimes when guys are in trade rumors whether or not they decide to pick up their game or they're just kind of like, meh. I really hope he figures it out, man. The thing is with Zoe is he's a very fast-paced West Coast offense where he's run and gun, get that ball moving. And Van Gundy's a half-court setup kind of guy. So Zoe is pushing the ball up the court, and then they're stopping kind of for a half-court offense, and then Zoe gets just lost in the shuffle in a half-court. He becomes like a stationary three-point shooter. So they really need to figure that out, man, because they're clashing right now, and I think that's a big reason why they're just 10 and 12 and not really putting together the games that they think they should be putting together. I think they should definitely hold on to Zoe and kind of wait this out, figure this out. I know it's a contract year for him, so we'll see what happens with that, but we'll stay tuned with that and keep our eyes on that. Then we had the Lakers and the Detroit Pistons. I don't know why I said Detroit like that. I'm not a Detroit fan under any means, but I am a Jerrion Grant fan, and he had a big game, over 30 tonight for him, as well as the Lakers. Now, this was double overtime, and Bron was clutch at the end, man, because it's Saturday night, right? And I'm staying at home. I'm watching these games. It's like overtime. I'm like, yes, more basketball. And then it was double overtime. I'm like, let's go, man. So that was awesome. Way to go for the Lakers. Big win for them. I'm still a little nervous about them. We're looking to see if Marc Gasol is going to be kind of like a Rajon Rondo, where he's not great during the regular season, but postseason he turns it up to another level. I'm really hoping to see that from Marc, or well, because right now I don't think that is really working, in my opinion. And I also think they should start Caruso, because he doesn't have to play big minutes, but I think him in the starting lineup to really let LeBron and AD get going, because AD, he did have 30 tonight, but he hasn't obviously been himself this year, only averaging about 23 a game. So I think they need a little lineup shuffle and kind of get things sorted over there. And then Schroeder off the bench, that's punch off the bench. That's good punch off the bench. But I know he doesn't want to do that. He talked about being a starter. So we'll just kind of see how that develops, if they do anything different. But that's basically it for the night, man. February 6th, that was some great games on the book. Today's Super Bowl Sunday, so let's go Super Bowl. I'm rooting for Brady, man. I hope they figure that out. But this is Hooper's Life 24Q7, where I'm going to be coming at you with daily scoop information from the league pass, man. I love basketball. I love watching it. I've been following it forever. So if you're with me, stay with me. If you want to comment, subscribe, whatever, man. I love it. Send a like. But we're going to keep coming up with this information, and we'll just have some talks. We'll have some talks about some players, some teams, and really try to create a community here. People who love basketball, love to talk basketball, and we can work together and have fun, man. It sounds like a good idea to me. Either way, I'm going to do it regardless, because I love this, man. I love it. So 24Q7, Hooper's Live, baby. Stay tuned. Stay with me. Peace.